Hey YouTube, it's Kharyzma. This is another fashion DIY, but I had to do a disclaimer before I showed you this tutorial because what happened was the dress that I originally planned to make was just a plain dress with the floral print. The print that I'm using, it looks like lace, but it's not. And it turned out to be an entirely different dress. So what I would tell you is if you want to make the dress that ended up coming out with the lace sleeves and so forth, do not sew your dress together. First, just you can cut it out, but then don't sew down the sides and everything like that, because later on when you want to do the hourglass, it's gonna be much more trouble, which is what I had, because I had to make adjustments in the length and I had to make adjustments to the neckline because I sewed it first. So please don't sew your dress first if you want to make the hourglass dress. If you just want to make a plain dress, then you can just do that. But yeah, so I just wanted to make sure I told you guys that. And happy sewing. I hope you love this tutorial. It's for this dress that's here, and you'll see more in the video. I really love this dress and I hope you love it too. Okay, bye. Okay guys, so I've gotten up to this part with the dress. I do want to make a stylish dress out of this because I see that it has, you know, it's not lace, but it has a lace pattern. So I want to take that black and do something with it. So I'm thinking I want to try the hourglass dress, but Meesha had a tutorial on it, but I don't too much understand the way she tells you how to make a pattern. So I'm gonna show you how to make one, and I'm learning as I go along. So I'm gonna use this dress and some pattern paper here to try to see what I can do. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so after you cut out your pattern, you want to fold the pattern in half, which is what I did. And I actually have an hourglass that's right there, but I bought that one. So I'm trying to teach you guys how to make it from scratch if you don't have, obviously you don't have one if you're not making, if you're trying to make one. So, I'm trying to figure it out because you're gonna have to draw the shape yourself. You're gonna have to try to figure it out a bit on your own, but this is the method that I'm using. So after I cut out this pattern, I'm going to use the fabric that I want to replace what I need to replace in the dress. So stay tuned.
What's up, world? Let's get it poppin' with CC Mixer. It's your boy Jeff Williams. Word. What's up, young world? It's Jeff Williams. And Jay Lang. You're listening to CC Mixer. Where it's always in the mix.
Okay, you guys, I hope that I've been clear with this thus far. Now, I could have done this another way where before I had sewn my dress together, then I would attach this hourglass, but because I wasn't sure what I was making at first, I actually thought about it as I was going along. So after I just now cut out the piece that I'm gonna use for my hourglass, which is this black here, you're gonna fold that piece in half. And then because I had already sewn my dress on the side seams, the side seam is here, so I put my dress in half. I'm not sure if you could understand it, but this is the armhole here. and this is the side seam of the dress. You just want to make sure that it's even if you've done it the way that I did it, where you already sewn the dress. And so now you just place your pattern here, and I did it in half so that I could just make one cut, as opposed to lying the dress flat on the front side and doing it. Then you have to make 2 cuts. This will help you, you know, make sure that it's even. So I'm just gonna cut along here, so I'm speeding up the video. So guys, basically I cut out the hourglass, and this is a piece that I can use for another dress. If I decide to make the hourglass dress again, maybe I can use this. Well, you can't see it because it's on top of here. I can use this maybe with black in the back, and this will be the hourglass. So don't throw away this piece. You can use it to make another dress. So I'm going to toss that aside. But we're replacing that with this black piece because we cut that out of the green lace. So because I'm doing this the first time, guys, you're following along with me. Honestly, I should not have sewn the dress before I did this, but I'm trying to make this work. So I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna attach it together. You see, this is the dress. Let's make believe, like, see, this is the inside out, and you see the shape there of the hourglass. So now you just want to put this piece in it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna have to re-sew. Yeah, so basically you're gonna do this. You're gonna make sure it's even. You get your pins. You're gonna have to re-sew this.
Composure on the inside, also on that side. Footstep tap 2.
Right? And so now you're gonna see that it's not, yeah, basically you're gonna take the pins. You see here? Let me see if I can zoom in. You're just gonna take your pins. I'm gonna do a little on camera, but I'm not gonna do the whole thing on camera. And then pin it. You place pins all the way down here. And then you take it to your sewing machine and you're gonna sew. And come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, so I sewed it together. Now what I want to tell you is, if you did it the way that I did it, where you sewed your dress first and then tried to cut this, to add this hourglass piece on, you're gonna have issues with the length of the dress as well as like your armhole, but you can fix it. So I'm going to tell you how to fix it. But ideally, you don't want to sew the dress first and then add the hourglass piece. So if you already did that, and I may have to do another tutorial where I don't do it this way, but I was trying to learn, you know, teach myself. So what's gonna happen is, when you try your dress on, the armholes are gonna be tight, because remember, it was already sewn and you had to cut off that sewn piece to add it, the hourglass here, which made your dress shorter. So all you would do if that would happen is, when you try your dress on, and you see like how tight it is, usually your bra probably starts from your armpit to your bra about 3 inches. It may be different for everyone else, but that's what it was for me. And I tried mine on. So what I would do is, I'm gonna cut down 2.5 inches to open up that hole, because then now when I hem my armhole, it's gonna be bigger, so that'll take me to 3 inches. So you're gonna want to just get your tape measure and just see you know, whatever the amount of inches was when you tried it on, that lets you know how, you know, open that your armhole needs to be, then you just do that. So that's what I'm going to do to both sides. Other than that, you may just have to, you know, fix it up some. And I had cut out the hourglass longer than the dress, so I'm just going to cut it, you know, in one, you know, to even it out. So that's all you have to do. If you guys have any questions, just put it in the description. I hope I made this as simple as possible, but that's what I'm going to do. So once I'm done with that, basically I will figure out my neckline, how, if I want it to be lower or not. I'm going to hem it, and I'm going to hem the armholes. Now, because this has a lace pattern, I was thinking about adding lace to it in another way to make it fashionable, but I'm not sure yet. So I'll come back with that. All right, bye. Okay, YouTube, so my creative juices are flowing, and I decided to add black lace to the dress, and I'm gonna do that by doing black sleeves. So I have an outfit that I actually made, a jumpsuit. I have a tutorial on it, and I'm just using the sleeves as a pattern. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out so I can add sleeves to my beautiful dress. This dress is turning out to be a big project, a bigger project than I expected. I may even add lace to the bottom, like a train or something, I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna cut this part out for the sleeve. And if you want to do the same, you can just get some sleeves that you want. I'm gonna do 3/4 sleeves because I don't want them to come all the way down. And do the same. If not, then you can leave your dress from the point that before I add the sleeves, hem everything, and you're good to go. And you determine the length of your dress as well. It's your DIY, so get creative. And just so you know, I folded my fabric like 2 times so that I could just do one cut. It's on the fold, and that's what I'm going to be doing now. So you will place your sleeve on the fold. You could take your fabric and fold it over twice or however many times you need so that you can have 2 sleeves. Put it on the fold and then just cut out. Okay guys, so to add the sleeves, if you're going to be adding sleeves, you're going to take your sleeve that you just cut out, it's inside out, you're going to turn it right sides out. Oh, I'm just so excited. It's looking pretty. I tried my dress on because I already attached one of the sleeves, but I'm doing it again just to show you. So you're going to put it right sides out. Find your armhole. Make sure you line up the seam. You can't see it here, but the seam under the arm of the lace sleeve with the seam under the underarm of the dress. You're going to place the sleeve inside the armhole, and like I said, just make sure you line up both seams of the sleeve to the seam of the dress so that it could be even when you put it on. And then you're basically just going to pin around like you see me doing here until it's all on. I'm not going to do it all on camera. You get the gist of it. Go all the way around, and then so. Yeah, you get the point. So just take this to your sewing machine and sew. Do that to both sides. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to add lace to the bottom, but I think I'm going to end the tutorial here. And if I do, maybe I'll show you in another video how I added the lace. But stay tuned for how I styled it and modeled this. I am going on a trip soon. I'll talk to you guys about where. So I'm making clothes for my trip and just in general. Alright, hope you enjoy. Love you. Stay tuned for pictures and video. Bye-bye.